Welcome. This is a product overview of ComplianceForge's CFD Bundle 1, the near turnkey documentation stack for NIST CSF 2.0. Over the next few minutes, we will walk through what it is, what problems it solves, exactly which 10 products are included, and how it compares to writing this documentation yourself. The CFD Bundle 1 includes 10 ComplianceForge products focused on operationalizing the NIST cybersecurity framework. The policies and standards, the matching procedures, the CSCRM strategy and implementation plan, the risk management program, the cybersecurity risk assessment template, the vulnerability and patch management program, the integrated incident response program, the continuity of operations plan, secure baseline configurations, and the data privacy program. If a customer or auditor asked for your complete NIST CSF 2.0 documentation today, could you produce it? Or would you be assembling it one product at a time? The CFD Bundle 1 gives you a running start. A coordinated set of editable templates that cover CSF 2.0 end-to-end, so your team tailors rather than authors, and reaches roughly 80 to 90% of the way there from day one. Aligning to the framework is not just a policy exercise. CSF 2.0 spans 6 functions: govern, identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. And an auditor or customer expects each one to be backed by documented governance, operational procedures, and evidence that the work actually happens. Most organizations start with a policy template or two, then realize the framework also expects a risk program, incident response, continuity planning, vulnerability management, secure configurations, and privacy documentation. The CFD Bundle 1 is ComplianceForge's near turnkey documentation stack for NIST CSF 2.0. It brings together the full set of editable products that, used together, cover the breadth of the framework, from the foundational policies and standards, down to the procedures and program-level documentation that prove how each control is run. Because every product is built on the same Secure Controls Framework taxonomy, also known as the SCF, the pieces cross-reference cleanly and present one consistent program, rather than a stack of templates that contradict each other. It is built for organizations that want a complete, coordinated documentation set instead of disconnected templates. A security leader standing up a CSF-aligned program, a company answering a customer or regulator that expects CSF coverage, or a team pointed to the NIST CSF, such as New York school districts addressing Education Law 2-D. Your team tailors the specifics to your environment and reaches a defensible, audit-ready program in far less time than building it from scratch. Here is where the NIST CSF sits across ComplianceForge's documentation spectrum. So what exactly is the CFD Bundle 1? It is ComplianceForge's enterprise-class solution for organizations aligning with NIST CSF 2.0, where the PSP tier bundle provides the foundational layer of policies, standards, and procedures. The CFD Bundle 1 extends coverage across the entire program: governance and risk management, vulnerability and patch management, incident response and continuity of operations, secure baseline configurations, supply chain risk, and data privacy. Instead of a pile of standalone documents, it is a single coordinated documentation set built on one control framework, so the components reference each other and tell one coherent story to an assessor. ComplianceForge assembled this bundle based on client feedback to make CSF 2.0 attainable without sourcing every piece separately. When you break the framework down into what it actually expects, each component maps to a specific need: the policies and standards that define your program, the procedures that prove it operates, and the program-level documentation that the protect, detect, respond, and recover outcomes depend on. The result is comprehensive coverage that stays internally consistent as your program evolves. This is also a great bundle for New York school districts that need to address New York Education Law 2-D, which requires NIST CSF compliance. And if you want a customized bundle, ComplianceForge is happy to create one. Just contact them with your needs, and they will generate a quote. This bundle is a one-time purchase of editable Microsoft Office-based documentation templates. There is no software to install, no agent to deploy, no account to provision, and no cloud environment to configure. If your organization can open and edit Microsoft Word or Excel files, or compatible tools like OpenOffice and Google Workspace, you can use every product in this bundle. Everything is delivered as fully editable Word and Excel files, compatible with Word 2016 and newer, Microsoft 365, OpenOffice, LibreOffice, and Google Docs and Sheets. All products in the bundle are delivered via email download link within 1 to 2 business days of purchase. There is no installer, no license server, and no activation step. And it is a one-time purchase. A single entity license is included, and the bundle price is a one-time charge. No subscriptions are required for any product in the bundle. This deployment model is intentional. Cybersecurity documentation belongs in your organization's own document management systems, not locked inside a vendor's SaaS tool. Once delivered, every document in this bundle belongs to you. Organizations aligning with NIST CSF 2.0 quickly run into a problem. Policies and procedures alone are not enough. Auditors, customers, and third-party risk management reviews ask about risk management, incident response, vulnerability management, business continuity, and supply chain. The CFD Bundle 1 is designed to close these gaps with a single coordinated bundle. The first problem is scattered documentation. Most organizations have policies in one place, procedures in another, and program-level documents, if they exist at all, written by different people in different styles. This bundle delivers them all in a coordinated, consistent format with shared vocabulary and structure. The second is audit completeness. The bundle pairs the CDPP and the CSOP with program-level documentation, so auditors and customers get a complete picture across every domain that gets asked about, not just policies and procedures. And the third is a faster program stand-up. Building this level of documentation in-house typically takes over 2,500 hours, over 12 to 18 months. The bundle provides a professionally written baseline that can be customized in a fraction of that time. The CFD Bundle 1 delivers a pre-assembled coordinated set of NIST CSF 2.0 aligned products, covering policies, procedures, and all major program-level domains expected of a mature cybersecurity program. The first is coordinated content. All products are written by ComplianceForge using a single voice, shared vocabulary, and consistent structure. The CSOP provides one-to-one procedure mapping to CDPP standards, and the program documents reference both. The second is audit defensible documentation. All 10 documents are written to withstand scrutiny by external assessors, customer security reviews, and third-party risk management evaluations. Every document maps to NIST CSF 2.0 and cross-references NIST 853, ISO 27001, CMMC, and other leading frameworks. And the third is same-day delivery. ComplianceForge processes most orders the same business day. Expect delivery within 1 to 2 business days of purchase, with all products arriving together via email download link. So what do you actually receive? The CFD Bundle 1 includes 10 ComplianceForge products delivered together as a discounted bundle. Each is a complete, standalone deliverable. The first is the Policies and Standards for NIST CSF 2.0. This version of the Cybersecurity and Data Protection Program contains the necessary policies and standards that help achieve compliance with the framework. The second is the Matching Procedures. This version of the Cybersecurity Standardized Operating Procedures contains the necessary NIST CSF procedures. The third is the CSCRM Strategy and Implementation Plan, intended to operationalize a supply chain risk management program that can enforce security across your service providers, vendors, and contractors, aligned with NIST 800-161 Revision 1. The fourth is the Risk Management Program, addressing the strategic, operational, and tactical components of risk management. The fifth is the Cybersecurity Risk Assessment Template, which provides the format to produce high-quality risk assessment reports based on the risk management program structure. The sixth is the Vulnerability and Patch Management Program, addressing how to actually manage patching and vulnerability management, including vulnerability scanning and penetration testing. The seventh is the Integrated Incident Response Program, addressing how to actually manage incident response operations, including forensics and reporting. The eighth is the Continuity of Operations Plan, addressing how to actually plan for and respond to both business continuity and disaster recovery operations. The ninth is Secure Baseline Configurations, the documentation solution to efficiently document what constitutes a hardened system in your organization. And the 10th is the Data Privacy Program, the editable privacy program template that ensures data protection-related controls are adequately identified and implemented across your systems, applications, services, and processes. Now compare that against the two alternatives for obtaining quality cybersecurity documentation. For your internal staff to generate comparable documentation, it would take them an estimated 2,500 internal staff work hours, which equates to a cost of approximately $232,500 in staff-related expenses. That is about 18 to 30 months of development time, where your staff would be diverted from other work. If you hire a consultant to generate this documentation, it would take them an estimated 1,600 contractor work hours, which equates to a cost of approximately $519,000. That is about 10 to 18 months of development time for a contractor to provide you with the deliverable. The CFD Bundle 1 is approximately 8% of the cost for your internal staff and approximately 4% of the cost for an external consultant to generate equivalent documentation. The bundle itself is $20,353. So how much work is left for you? ComplianceForge aims for approximately an 80 to 90% solution across all 10 products in the bundle. ComplianceForge did the heavy lifting, and the remaining work is fine-tuning the documentation with the specific information that only your organization knows. In practice, customization is essentially filling in the blanks, adding your company name and logo, which is applied automatically to all documents, tailoring parameters such as review cadences and thresholds, naming specific owner roles for each program, completing program-specific scoping, recovery point and recovery time objectives in the COOP, severity tiers in the IIRP, patching service level agreements in the VPMP, and supplier tiers in the CSCR MSIP, and removing sections that do not apply to your organization. If you want a hand, ComplianceForge offers optional professional services. They are not required to customize ComplianceForge documentation. The 5-hour bundle may be beneficial for companies that need some guidance on getting started with how to tailor their documentation. The 10-hour bundle is for companies that need additional guidance on tailoring their documentation to meet their compliance requirements. And the 20-hour bundle is for companies that need robust services beyond just 10 hours to assist in tailoring their documentation. Purchased professional service hours expire 120 days, or 4 months, from the time of purchase if unused. Hours are intended to supplement, not replace, your own customization work. There are more reasons to buy. The CFD Bundle 1 is built around NIST CSF 2.0, the most current version of the NIST cybersecurity framework. CSF 2.0 added a 6th function, govern, to the original 5, expanding the framework to address cybersecurity governance and supply chain risk. The 10 products in this bundle collectively cover all 6 functions in depth. Where the PSP tier bundles cover policies and procedures, the CFD Bundle 1 expands to deliver the full operational picture: risk management for identify and govern, vulnerability management for protect and detect, incident response for detect, respond, and recover, continuity for recover, supply chain for govern and identify, and privacy. The framework can also be used to demonstrate compliance with the HIPAA security rule and some levels of PCI DSS. And cross-references to other frameworks provide a migration path if your compliance obligations expand. One last thing. The CFD Bundle 1 covers the most common NIST CSF 2.0 near turnkey configuration, but every organization's needs are different. ComplianceForge will build a custom bundle for any combination of products if your requirements differ from the standard bundles. If you need different framework alignment, consider one of the other CFD bundles, or the SCF bundles. If you need fewer products, consider the PSP tier bundle. To request a custom bundle quote, contact ComplianceForge directly with a list of the products you need and your timeline. If you have any questions, please email support@complianceforge.com or call 1-307-241-8740. We've been helping organizations since 2005, and we are always happy to help.